I want to start today by reading you Psalm 90. It's a prayer of Moses, the man of God, and it really teaches us something rich if we're careful. And I promise it has to do with the marbles beside me. Lord, from the very beginning, you have been like a home to us. Before you created the whole world and the mountains were made, from the beginning to the end, you are God. You turn human beings back to dust. You say to them, return to dust. To you, 1,000 years are like a day that has just gone by. They're like a few hours of the night. Yet you sweep people away and they die. They are like new grass that grows in the morning. In the morning, it springs up new, but by the evening, it's all dried up. Your anger destroys us. Your burning anger terrifies us. You have put our sins right in front of you, and you've placed our secret sins where you can see them clearly. You've been angry with us all of our days. We groan as we come to the end of our lives. We live to be about 70, or maybe we live to be 80 if we stay healthy, but even our best days are filled with trouble and sorrow. The years passed quickly and then we're gone. If only we knew the power of your anger. It's as great as the respect we should have for you. Teach us to realize how short our lives are. Then our hearts will become wise. Lord, please stop punishing us. How long will you keep it up? Be kind to us. Satisfy us with your faithful love every morning. Then we can sing for joy and be glad all of our days. Make us glad for as many days as you have made us suffer. Give us joy for as many years as we've had trouble. Show us your mighty acts. Let our children see your glorious power. May the Lord our God always be pleased with us. Lord, make what we do succeed. Please make what we do succeed. I was looking at that and I thought, there's a very interesting thing that I heard a while back, and it had to do with what you were doing with your Saturdays. But I went, you have just as many Sundays as you do Saturdays. And I wondered if we had to go back and say, what do we do with those days? How do we number our days so that we live in a wise way? And I thought it was really interesting. This passage said you might live to be 70 or 80 years old. So I looked it up. And according to Google, the average age of an American right now is 78.79 years. So I counted up how many Sundays that would be. It would be 4,097 Sundays. Now, each of you has to take your own marbles, one for each Sunday, but you don't have to buy all the marbles because however old you are, multiply that by 52, because that's how many weeks there are in a year, and take that many out. And what you have left, I want you to see if you can find marbles or coins or something and put in a jar that have that many Sundays in them. And then I want you to know whatever you have left every week, every Sunday is a day that you're either going to live for yourself or you're going to live for God, because he says one day a week belongs to him. So if you are wise, you will number your days. That's what another version of this says. And if we are wise and we number our days, and God is no longer angry with us because his son has said, that one's mine, then what's left for us is how we live every day of our lives. So if we start with looking at our Sundays and how our life has been dedicated to God on those days, it could change everything from that day forward, right? So I figured out how many marbles I had to take out because I've lived a long time already. And I figure I have 735 Sundays left. And if I get more than that, it's like God has given me extra time. And so I wonder each Sunday, if I take one out and say, what am I doing with this Sunday? How am I living it for God or for myself? When he says, please teach me, teach us how to realize how short our lives are. And then our hearts will become wise. Lord, I pray that's true. I pray that what we do with those Sundays and every other day of our lives will change. What would happen if you saw the marbles in your jar going down every week? Would it change how you live for God? That's my challenge to you this week. Find out how many marbles you have left and then decide you're going to give every one of those to God. And that with each one of them, you're going to ask him to take you to Psalm 90, verse 12, to teach us to number our days so that our actions can become wise. That's my challenge for you this week. That's my encouragement to you. And that's my prayer for you. God bless.